All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Habit Nights second stream. This is second stream in total, and as you may have seen by the title of the stream, we are continuing with finding names, and we are gonna go and try and get 16 more. 16 more. My goal was 30 for today, and I only need 16 more to hit that goal. And so, as you see along the bottom row of the live stream, we've got swiping words. It's an experiment. I don't know how it'll go, but yeah, I'm going to have to adjust that for every name we get. That way we know when the stream will end or when. So the stream is either going to end when I hit 16 or if it starts getting too late, which, as I said in my last stream, I have work tomorrow, and so I will be staying up tonight until around 4 a.m. and then I'll sleep until noon, get up, and then go to work, since I work night shift. So I'll be streaming until probably 3:30 or until I get 16 names. So let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully, in theory, this computer I'm using today will be faster than the last computer I was using, but I will find out. There's definitely more complications because I've never used this computer before. But yeah. So if you saw my last stream, you'll know that it ended somewhat abruptly because my friend called me and he was just about to arrive. And yeah. So after leaving the stream, I drove over to the location. Looks like I opened up their profile and not their tree. No, that was not on purpose. Alrighty. I guess I will have to click this then. Anyways, so I drove to Willow Bend, which is where we met up, and we started by working on a video that he wanted to make together. Well, he just needed a person to be a cameraman, so I was that cameraman for him, which was not bad. He was just kind of reviewing and comparing these power tools. So if he gets around to editing it and posting it, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, other than that, after helping him film that video, then we went back inside and worked on our talent for the talent show of music and stuff. And it didn't go bad. And I'm gonna continue copying these things. So let me pull up a notepad so I can paste them in. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So yeah. We worked on it for a while, took a break, worked on it some more, took a break, by the end of the night, the goal was to be able to do the whole thing in 3 minutes, and we had gotten it down to like 4 minutes and 30 seconds or something. And so I don't know. Oh, well, that's awkward. I closed the tab. Looks like I will need to pull it back out. Let's see. I'll go with this one. There we go. All right, I've got something going for me now. Well, now I'm going to need to re-pull up. It's a good thing I practiced this at my last live stream. Now that I've got a little bit of experience on my hands. So we will just continue. I will do my best not to close the tab again. But yeah. So when he first showed up, I let him know that he was in the live stream, and he was like, "What?" And so I showed him it, and he's like, his first instinct was like, "That doesn't sound like my voice," but he remembers everything that went on in that call, so he knows it's real, but he just thinks it's funny that it sounds weird. But yeah, so as you can you probably noticed already, there is not music in this live stream, and there was music in the last one. I didn't even realize that the music is actually somewhat noticeable. At least partway into it, it gets more noticeable as I get quieter, and when I'm not talking. But so this time I'm gonna go without music and see if it's a better experience for you guys. You guys being nobody, because I don't know if anyone's watched my stream yet. But yeah. So anyways, that's pretty much all I spent the rest of today doing. Like, right after the live stream, I just went straight there, and then that's like all we did. But this week is going to be a pretty interesting week, because I won't really, like, I'm gonna work tomorrow, but then other than that, I'm not gonna work at all this week, and I will just be going to EFYSA for the rest of this week. And I think I don't really know what EFYSA is gonna really have in it, but I'm hoping it'll be memorable and stuff. I know if it's anything like FSY was, I've never been to any kind of EFY, but I've been to an FSY. And if it is anything like FSY, then I hope that there's like a choir you can join. Because I do like myself some choir and singing and stuff. If there is, I'm definitely going to be down to join that. Yeah, please excuse my my voice right now because it's like, kind of late and I'm kind of tired, but I'm not going to let myself go to sleep because I have work tomorrow and I need to stay up, which I'm pretty sure for most people out there are probably super confused. Now I will set it to 15. Most people are probably super confused why, because I'm working, why working is the reason why I'm staying up all night. And if you didn't go to the last live stream, or if you skipped through the last live stream and watched parts of it, but didn't catch that part, I work night shift, and as part of night shift, so I work the 5 to 3:30 shift, and so the day before I go back to work, because I have 3-day weekends. I flip flop my schedule back to like living during the day on the weekends, and so the night before I go to work, I'll stay up until 4 a.m. and then go to sleep so that I can more easily stay awake in order to drive myself home from work. I know it's a weird strategy, and I'm told that it's probably not completely necessary, but it works for me. And if you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. If you think there's a better alternative, unless you're suggesting quit my job, in which case I will gladly do if enough people suggest it, because night shift is not the best for my health. That being said, I do need money, and so I'm gonna keep working at my job. But for those of you that are new to this type of family history name searching, using the fan chart is my efficient way of finding names, because you can see more at a time to actually look through, and because of that, I use that as a way to more accurately look through larger quantities of people in my tree. And so but one of the things what you need to make sure you do is that whenever you get to a new tree, you click this button, click ordinances, so that you can see, oh, this one's already reserved by somebody, and these two need more work, more info put in before they can get any work done. So none of the ones on this page can get their work done right this very moment. So either you work on them or you close the tab and look for other opportunities. I'm starting to think that this is like all the same thing, but nope. Okay. I might have like multiple duplicates of the tabs, but oh well. I'm wondering if this line isn't very full of opportunities, but if I'm lucky, it is. I need a drink of water. Stay hydrated, kids. It's good for you. Good for the bones. So, when it comes to YouTube videos, I feel like I take a similar approach, or at least I plan on taking a similar approach of how I do talks at church, and I know most of the people that will watch this stream have never seen me speak at church and probably don't know me personally. Unless you do, in which case, hi, how are you? When was the last time we talked? Hopefully we're still close friends, whoever you are. But the way I like to go about giving talks at church is to make it as interesting and as like engaging as possible. So, and I actually take inspiration from Mark Rober, the YouTuber. So I guess my future videos are taking inspiration from my talks I give at church, which are taking inspiration from Mark Rober's YouTube videos. So I guess it's a circle of excuse me, a circle of taking from people. I guess I don't know how to say it. I'm so tired, but I already know that Mark Rober's a member of the church, so it's he's probably just, you know, like, yeah. Anyways, that can be a topic of a future video, Mark Rober and stuff. But for today, the goal is to keep you entertained and to keep me awake and busy while I attempt to get the rest of the names that I need for my goal. Man, it's just like so sensitive to scrolling around. I wish it would just stop being able to scroll, but it just doesn't want me to. So, I don't know. I really I know I just need to get jumping on it, on the ship or whatever, of like planning and editing my videos that I want to, but it just, I mean, today my current excuse, there's always a new excuse, but my today's excuse is the fact that because I'm going to the temple this weekend, I want to have as many names as I can to bring, because I'm going with a bunch of YSA that probably didn't set aside like 8 hours of their week just to search for names on Family Search. And so they probably don't have a bunch of names to bring. Therefore, when there is a hole, you have to fill it. when there's a job that needs to be done, you got to do it. And that hole that needs to be filled, that job that needs to be done, just happens to be names on family history. And I feel like, names that are at the temple can always get done. But names in people's personal lineages that haven't been looked at, those are only going to get done as fast as the people who are related to those people work on them. So I think it's best and safe to assume that me doing this is more helpful for the people that are related to these people that I'm looking through. So I am hoping that maybe not from this live stream specifically, but future videos about family history and FamilySearch.org can lead other people to actually put in the work to look for names of people that they are related to, so that they can feel the connection and the comfort and joy of bringing souls to Christ. And what better way to do that than people you're related to? Looks like we've got another one. Woohoo! Yeah, sorry, I don't quite have the energy to clap for myself. If you were at the last stream, you'll know. Every single one I found, I went, yay, I found one. But I'm not going to do that this time. So I just swapped it to 14. We have 14 to go. All right, keep these numbers in mind. Last time, I don't think I had enough viewers for people to go through and tell me every time I got a new one how many I was at or how many I got in total. So I still don't know how many I found in last live stream. Of course, it'd be pretty simple for me to find out, because all I need to do is go through and see how many names that I reserved. Oh, oops. How many names I reserved that were reserved on the 27th. Because 27th is, let's see, what's this person's name? Johannes, let's see. Okay, I don't see it anyways. I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, so oh yeah. I can go back and look at the names that I reserved and see what day they were reserved. And if they were reserved on the 27th, then I'll know they were found during that live stream, because that live stream was the only period of time that day that I reserved any names. So I guess I don't necessarily need enough viewers and people that have nothing better to do with their lives to count for me. I can just go back and count myself if I really feel like it. Which I don't really feel the need right now, so I probably won't. But for this live stream, with the goal of 16 in total, either I'm going to end the live stream having found 16, or I'm going to end the live stream feeling like a failure because I either fell asleep during the live stream or didn't find enough in time. But I'm guessing I will find enough, because it's 1:43 and I'm going till like 3:30, if not when I get 16, and I think that's plenty of time. Hopefully, probably, most likely. This computer definitely seems to be handling it a lot smoother than the last computer that I was using. So I'm definitely going to make it a habit to use faster computers, whether that's this one or like other computers that are just faster, But yeah, I don't know. So I don't know how to say this without being super direct, because it's possible people that I'm thinking about could potentially watch this stream someday. That being said, if I'm vague enough and I refer to a person that does watch the stream, they won't know that I'm referring to them. So, EFY, I already mentioned I'm doing a skit. FSY, I already mentioned I'm doing a skit on my last stream. But I kind of want to do another skit or talent or something with a friend of mine. But I just don't know how to ask this person. Because it's just not super easy for me to go asking people like especially because I don't know necessarily what I would do. I know this person is great at singing, so like maybe we could do like a singing thing where one of us play an instrument, the other person sings, or we both sing a song together. Like I can play a few different instruments, but because I just don't know what we would do. It's hard because I can't just be like, hey, you want to do this specific song talent for the talent show at FSY with me, because there isn't like a one specific song that I'd want us to sing or do, but I still want to do something with that person at the FSY as at the talent show, because I think it'd be super fun. But I just don't know how to bring it up to them, and I feel like, because it's like, how do I bring it up to them? Maybe if I'm just like, hey person, insert name here, do you want to do a talent show with me? I have no ideas. I mean, I got plenty of ideas. I can play some instruments, and I'm a smart kid, dude, person. Yeah, you know what I mean? It sounds just weird to say it like that, because you just don't, you sound like, I don't know. I guess it's better to show interest than to not. So maybe it's better for me to still ask, even if I don't know what I'm asking. At least it'll show that I want to. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking this, and it's like me to overthink things when I'm tired, because my brain's probably trying to get it to overwork itself in order to put it to sleep, which could be a bad thing. But I'm committed to this live stream, so I'm not gonna let myself fall asleep. So, if you are watching this live stream, and it is somewhat late at night when you watch it, because I'm probably not going to have any views during the time I'm live streaming. But if you come back to the replay of this live stream and it's late at night, put a whole bunch of yawning emojis in the chat for me, will ya? Thank you. Yeah. in the comments down below, I want y'all to put down put down things that you do staying up during a lot of the night doing that you're willing to share. You don't have to share anything you do if you don't feel like you're willing to share. But random things you find yourself doing late at night, whether that's watching TikToks or I don't know, reading books, or maybe you play board games with your family members or something. Just whatever you do late at night, staying up later than you typically do. Put that in the comments down below. What are some things I do? I'm glad you asked. Now, don't get mad at me because you didn't ask. It wasn't my fault that you didn't make it to the live stream while I was actually live. That's your own fault. You should have learned about it sooner. Of course, if nobody ever watches this, I'm just speaking to thin air. But what do I do when I stay up late? And as you can probably guess, as you can probably guess, I do stay up late somewhat often. Ever since getting this job, I've been staying up pretty late, at least once a week. Specifically, the day before I go back to work after the weekend. But things that I do. So there's like a difference between like the productive days and the super unproductive days. The productive days are my favorite. They're the ones I prefer to talk about. And they consist of like scripture studies or family history or like hygiene stuff like showering and make like maybe changing my sheets or maybe even doing things like cleaning kitchens or cleaning bathrooms or cleaning dishes or things like that. Those are the productive late nights. But then there's the days where I am less productive, and those days are when I'm super tired, but I know I should be staying awake so that I don't fall asleep at work the next day. So I'll do things like watch YouTube late into the night, or I will just binge eat a ton of food, or I'll binge eat a bunch of food while watching YouTube late into the night. Or let me see. Other things I've done. I have done like other somewhat productive things that are like less productive but are still kind of productive, I've done things like write a bunch of stuff in Google Docs and stuff, planning out like videos or planning out other things. I used to aspire to be an author, so I used to just binge write down random junk about book ideas and stuff. And so that's something I've done in the past as well. So, I definitely think the productive days that I stay up are more like preferred over the less productive days. I feel like looking back on those productive days, I feel proud of myself that I actually attempted to do something that wasn't just a waste of time, to like killing time just to kill time. Like there's no good reason other than to stay awake. And that's just not, looking back, it's not something that I aspire to see myself doing. And, what do they say when it comes to that type of thing? It's like, if you aspire to and want to be somebody that does this or that, or doesn't do this and that, work yourself to be the person you want to be. And everyone else will respect that, I guess. I don't know how the quote goes. Someone look it up for me. If you're watching this stream and you're feeling bored, go look up for me what that quote is and find out who's by. Man, this mouse does not want to click today. My brain doesn't want to click today, but I just gotta keep trudging along and hope like crazy that I get some more names. Give me some more names. I'll come back to that one. Ooh. Possibility? No. I will come back to that. So, I feel like there's this thing that I've been doing recently. I've been doing Duolingo. I've got a 40 something day streak. I don't know how many day streak. But it's kind of been interesting because it's like there comes a point where you have days where you're like using it to learn the language, and you have other days where it's like when you're pulling it along to learn stuff, and then there's the days where it's pulling you along, so forcing you to learn stuff. So it's like telling you to keep your streak, and you kind of want to because you think it'd be cool to have a streak that was really long. But then comes the time where it's then forcing you to do a lesson when you don't necessarily want to. So it's that merge between you want to do this and the days you don't want to do it. It wants you to do this, and so it's like this constant battle of where it's like you're doing something you don't want to do versus doing something you do want to do. But in the end, it's still at least helping me to learn language, and I think just familiarizing myself and keeping myself working towards new language learning can be good, because when I go on my mission, there's a possibility I'll speak a different language, and if I do, I want as much experience as is possible, or not necessarily as is possible, but as could be helpful. I think if I wanted as much experience as possible, I would hire personal tutors or find personal tutors that are willing to teach me languages. And then I'd probably join groups of speakers in order to practice, whether that's finding local people that speak that language or even just hopping on Zoom calls of people that speak that language, or even traveling somewhere to a place that is full of people that speak that language just to learn the language faster, because the thing that slows most language learners down is not using it enough in order to actually learn it faster. How do babies learn English so fast? It's because they hear it all the time, and their parents are using it all the time. Even when they talk to the baby, they're speaking in English, But you see that first yawn of the live stream? Hopefully I don't yawn too many times during this live stream. I hate to make people yawn as well. Some people might get angry at how much they're yawning. This thing does not want to click today. Hopefully it cooperates. Alright, place your guesses down below. Do you think it's 2 o'clock? Well, 2:01. Do you think by 3:30 I'll have found all 16? I think I'm at 14 or something, which isn't all that many. I started at I can't remember what time I started, but in a second I can go back and see how many minutes the live stream has been in for, and that should tell us how long it's taken me to do this many names, and give an estimate if I continue finding them at this rate. Then in theory I'll find this many by 3:30, which is an hour and a half away. So honestly, I'm not feeling like I'm getting much luck in this tree. It all seems so yellow. It just seems like there's a lack of greenery, It's not like a plant problem in this situation, though. Second yawn. I probably shouldn't go through counting every yawn, but okay. I should probably take a break and talk about something. So, I have a question for you all. Have you ever found Adam and Eve in Family Search? Most people that I talk to, that I bring it up to, will tell you that it's not really accurate. It's not really accurate that lineage line is actually leading straight to Adam and Eve. Which it's not my place to judge or to know whether or not it's accurate. It probably isn't accurate, but it's still fun to see it be like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and then leave from that line to but it's still fun to find that. Which one time I tried doing it in like on my iPad and record my screen, and it took me a whole hour to do it. So I had just this video on my iPad of like an hour-long video of just scrolling through the tree in order to show that I got from me all the way to Adam and Eve. And I think I ended up just deleting the video off my iPad after like 2 years of having it on there, because it was just taking up so much space. Like, you know how much space like an hour-long video takes up? Probably multiple gigabytes of storage. Stay hydrated, kids. It's good for you. So, looking at the stream, it's been 46 minutes, and we started with 16, and we're down to 14. So, we found 2 names in 46 minutes. At the rate we're going at, we'll probably find 4 more names, which isn't that many. So, I'm going to pull up a new strategy, and the strategy is a different line. I'm just going to go to my grandma's line. I'm going to see if that fixes it. Like, perhaps there's a possibility that that this line is just like already has a lot of work done, and so there's the possibility that by doing somebody else's line, I can get more out of it. So I'm gonna go with my grandma's dad's side, because last time I did my grandma's mom's side. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it turns out to get us where we're trying to go. So I'm just going to spam close tabs right now. Though these ones that I haven't checked, I'm going to go through and check speedily without doing anything else, because I'm already losing. I almost said losing sleep. Nope. This is not the reason why I'm losing sleep. It is a personal choice because of my job. Should I blame my job for losing sleep? Maybe, but it was my choice to put in an application and to actually get the job. So it's not my job's fault that I work there. And it's not even my job's fault that I have a night shift, because I could have applied for a day shift position. But no, the night shift just happened to pay more, and I wanted to get paid more instead of, another tangent. But you do what you gotta do, I guess. Some of those fans were like very full. Which full fans are great and all, but I just don't feel like those fans were going anywhere. Like, those were already in the year 250 AD. Like, that's almost the time of Christ. Like, that's just like 170 years after Christ or something. And I just don't feel like going any further than that time period is going to get me any names that can actually get work done for them, because the requirements that make up the fibers of what you can do work for, you can't really. I just went back to the stream and realized I haven't swapped it, so you can't even see what I'm doing. That's funny. I'm so sorry, everyone who's been watching. And by been watching, I mean will watch it someday if anyone decides to watch this stream. But yeah, hopefully you didn't really miss much. So pretty much, I have this tab that's open, which is where I'm gonna resume, and all of these tabs at the top that I am closing as fast as I can, so that we can kind of do a great reset where we jump into more recent stuff that we're more likely to actually be able to get work done for. See, things like this, it's like if I had my endowment or had my other work done, like ceilings and stuff, I could do those, but I haven't gotten any of those other temple ordinances done for myself yet, so I can't do it for other people. So that is future me's problem. Like the here and now me doesn't have to worry about that because I can't physically do anything about it. Plus, like, you know, I already mentioned it in my last stream that like baptisms you can do like so many in one setting, but like with other ordinances, it's like you can only do it. Like it's kind of limited by how many you can do in one setting. So I've heard. I think that's my third yawn, maybe. Don't forget, if it's nighttime at the time you're watching this, at least somewhat late in the evening, put yawn emojis in the chat. Yawn emojis in the chat for me. I need it. I need those yawn emojis. Keep me going. So, if by the time you watch this, I haven't left on my mission, I want y'all to spam the chat. Not literally spam the chat. I want you to put down in the chat where you think I'm going to go on my mission to. I'm hoping to leave by at least like before this time next year. I think it'd be super nice to have left by this time next year. You know, but it's the Lord's timing, and whenever He wants me to go, that's when I want to go. I don't want to go at a time that He doesn't want me to go. So, but sometimes you have to let go of the wheel and ask Him to drive. I should do that more often. I might learn a thing or two, which is crazy because, it's my goal to learn something new every day. And when you're just spending so long not learning anything new, your brain might start going weird, wacko. So this is taking a while, but I think it should do me some good because it seems like there's a lot more potential in this tree. Excuse me, sorry, than in the last one. So we'll find out how right I am about that one. So, before my little brother went to sleep, he was playing his ukulele, and he was saying how he wants to try and play the ukulele with a bow. And I was like, I'm not sure how well that will work. And I was thinking to myself how a ukulele, well, a guitar fits this description as well. A ukulele, the strings are all flat, and with a cello, violin, instruments like that, the bridge underneath the strings make it at a curve, which is why you're able to play a bow, play those instruments using a bow, and so he was saying, what if he made a guitar, a ukulele violin? That's one. So it's like you could play it as a ukulele or play it as a violin, And I just, in my head, I don't feel like a good violin bow would do very good at um, at playing ukulele strings and sounding like it's a violin. So then we both thought of the idea that we could do it sort of like a mandolin, which has two strings for every single. So where one string would be, there's two strings, and it's either the same note or octaves, depending on what kind of mandolin you get. And so with this situation, instead of it being the same string, it would be the same string but different types of strings. And one of them would be a ukulele string, and the other one would be the violin string. So because they're next to each other, you can play them using a bow, but you can also strum them and it'll sound strummable. But I don't know how well that would work. But yeah, it was an interesting concept, and that got me looking into things like guitar lalies, which are just, smaller guitars that have 6 strings that reminded people of ukuleles, so they called guitar lalies. But they also sound a little different. So, I mean, call it what you want. I wish this would just do what I want it to do. So, but y'all are wondering if I stayed. So if and because I stayed with my friend up until like, I don't know what time it was when we left. It was probably like it was probably like 9 or 10 or 11 or something when I left his house. And if I stayed so long there, well, it wasn't his house, it was Ruben, but if I stayed so long at that location, what did I end up eating? They do technically have food there, but because I had a feeling that I wouldn't be back in time for dinner, which I wasn't, then I would be hungry. So I packed in my pockets like 3 granola bars, which I ate all of them by the time I got to that property. But in my ice pack cooler bag lunchbox thing I bring to work every day, I threw in one of those mini pizzas and ate it, and it was pretty good. I mean, those are kind of just okay, just average, I guess, but at least looks really yummy, you know. So, but yeah, man, I'm like really having a hard time sleeping. I'm staying awake, but I've got an hour and 10 minutes, so I just need to push through till then. Ooh, looks like we potentially could have one more name, one step closer, and the answer is no, because it is a possible duplicate. I probably will not get this name for at least a month, because that's probably how long. There we go. Don't know what yawn number I'm on yet, but I am so tired. Ooh, that seems like potential. That's it for that. And it looks like it really is potential. That's not what I wanted to click. Yes, all right, we've got another name. That puts us down to let me set this up. That puts us from 14 down to 13. Bam. Check that out. So, yeah. Progress. If we can just find it at that rate, then I'll be set. What'll be super cool is if we find them all like right before 3:30. That way, not only do I get to go to sleep feeling happy that we found it, but also like the universe doesn't tell me that I was silly for ending my live stream earlier than I would have just because I found names faster. That being said, I'd still prefer it that way because I could just, fall asleep earlier than I planned to, which probably isn't a smart thing. that being said, I think I I'm still I still need to journal and read a chapter in the Book of Mormon before I go to sleep. And so I I'm not, I already mentioned I'm going to sleep at 4 o'clock. And so ending the live stream at 3:30, which is in 56 minutes. Ending the live stream at 3:30 would just give me enough time to prepare for bed and then go to sleep. And so, yeah. Doing this live stream is most likely a lot easier than driving like a few hours when I feel this tired, but it probably can't be too far off from something like that. Yeah. Hopefully I can stay awake because it totally seems like me to fall asleep on a live stream and live stream all night long. That seems like something I would do. But I just don't want to be that guy that live streamed for 24 hours because he fell asleep during his live stream. That would just be awful. Maybe. I don't know. You guys let me know. Would you like to just sit and watch me sleep for a few hours? That would be kind of strange if somebody did. Let me know in the comments down below. That would be quite fascinating to learn about. I'd probably make a video about it. Why you want to see me sleep for a few hours straight. That would be a weird title of a video, but I'm sure if it had a good thumbnail, you guys would watch it. Or you wouldn't. And I wouldn't blame you. I'm trying so hard to resist the urge to lay back because as soon as I do, I will fall asleep. So, because it's super late at night and I'm not in the right frame of mind, how about y'all tell me what's the next best date idea that I should do before my mission? It's like, this is the best way to get to know a girl. You should do this as a date with a girl that you think is pretty or whatever. And I'll take whatever idea gets the most likes in the comments, and I'll do it if it is within my standards and stuff. But yeah, because I feel like whenever I go to do dates, I'm always low on ideas on what exactly to do at a date. Which maybe that's a completely separate topic itself. If you have any advice for dating, I guess, feel free to put that in the chat. Man, I'm so tired. But I am just trudging through these. Nope. Up here. Nope. As you guys can probably tell, I'm really out of it right now. I have 1 hour to go on this live stream, and then I'm done. I'm having such a hard time staying awake right now. I'm like half asleep, still trying to kind of sort of do this live stream. But maybe there's a chance that you guys are enjoying it just as much, more than I am, while I sleepwalk my way to finding names in family history. Oof. So, if there's one of you that would like to be on my channel for whatever reason or to do whatever, let me know. Contact me. If you already know me, then you know how to contact me, I'm assuming. Let's see, which one is this? This is Angus. So this one. And then, oh. Okay, this is a YouTube kit, so I can just copy that in here. And then close the tab. Here we are. This one can be opened. Okay. Next tab, possible duplicate, and then paste. GKX9. GKX. Nope. So, I don't know really how to live stream when I'm sleeping, or if live streaming while you're sleeping is a bad idea. And by that I mean when you're this tired, you're like so tired that you just can't think or do anything, but somehow your body's doing what it needs to do while your brain doesn't do anything. I once was really tired at work, and I was working, and one of my coworkers walks up and hears me talking, and he's like, "I think you go on long monologues when you're tired, don't you?" And I'm like, "Maybe, I have no idea. Probably." And ever since then, I've noticed, like, when I start getting tired, I talk a lot. But right now's the situation. I'm not talking all that much. It's weird. But maybe it's because I'm past the point. Okay. Maybe it's because I'm past the point of being tired and now I'm just like sleeping instead of just being tired. So I don't know. I haven't had anyone explain that kind of philosophy to me before, so I couldn't tell you. Oh, this one only has 4. I should go for it. I'm just so tired. I might need to just end the live stream soon. Even if it's just so I'm not being super duper dead during the live stream, because that just doesn't seem too polite. I should be bonding with my audience, but instead of bonding, I'm sleeping. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've been live streaming for an hour and 16 minutes, and we've gotten a whopping 0 views so far, which is just as good as the last time. So it must be a pretty good stream. That being said, my last live stream was earlier today, sort of, but yesterday at the same time. And it definitely wasn't your typical, fat live stream. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to the end of the line here of tabs, and then I'm gonna call it. I'm not even gonna survive until 3:30. I'm just so tired. It's just crazy what being sleep deprived will do to you. I just don't feel like I can do anything. Okay, that's much better. It's weird how the clicker on my mouse is like clicking and moving and moving and clicking. So it's just not letting me click when I want to click. Yep, just falling asleep. I'm really close to reaching the end of this line of tabs. So I'm just going to go up to that point and then go end this live stream. Okay. Thank you to everyone who joined. I appreciate you all, and I appreciate your patience with a half asleep young single adult nerd that doesn't know how to dream, doesn't know how to sleep, and doesn't know how to live a real life, but is live streaming anyway without any of those. So I'd also like to thank every one of the people that are subscribed to this YouTube channel. If you want to support, the best thing you could do is subscribe. What does subscribing do? Well, it reminds you to watch the next video, which could potentially lead bring out to new people. Ooh, look at that. We got another name. What does that put us at? Puts us at 12. Maybe I can swap it to 12. Save it. There we go. 12 names to go. I don't think I'm gonna get there. I got 20 minutes till 3. I don't even know if I'm gonna survive till 3. But we haven't gone through all the tabs on this list, so I'm gonna keep going. This one is not going to. Excuse me. It's amazing how many warning symbols you can get. Ooh, look at that. We might have another one. Yep. What luck. That puts us from 12 down to 11. Okay. Now that we've gotten this one, now we've got all these tabs left. In theory, it's not terribly that many. I could almost do this with my eyes closed, but then I'd fall asleep. That wasn't a real snore, I promise. That was just me making fun of sleeping. This has potential. Okay. And possible duplicates, of course. I just don't feel like I'm getting too lucky with these. I mean, I feel like I'm lucky enough that I have made progress. I'm not quite at 30 like I was wanting to. I haven't quite of the 16 more that I need. I just haven't gotten as many as I was wanting to. But I challenge you, the viewer, to when the next chance you get to use this method of finding names, try and find as many as you can in a small span, maybe a small span of an hour. That'd be a fun experiment, I think. Just, you're not trying to impress anyone. You might be trying to impress yourself, but at the very least, you're trying to, I don't know, make the world a better place or something. Because family history can make you a better person. Fun fact. I'm curious if the last thing I said was like mid-sentence stopped. That'd be hilarious. Alright, looks like we've got four tabs left, and then I'm going to end the stream. Wow. We chose the best of tabs. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's in my ward. I mean, not my ward, my family. I don't know why I said that. Probably had to do with the dream I was dreaming. Yes, I'm already dreaming. How? I don't know. Maybe it happens when you sleep. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I didn't think I was sleeping, but I might be. Oh man, just a bunch of duplicates, isn't it? It's annoying. I don't know if I already copied this, but I'm gonna find out. Nope. It's a good thing I did. Wow. I'm curious to know if the people that are watching or will watch this are noticing how much I'm just completely falling asleep during this. Like, I'm just so tired. I'm sure if my dad ever watches this, he'll be like, I told you so. Because, earlier he was like just saying, well, since you're gonna only work for one day this week, why not you just sleep normally still? And just have one day they just happen to, not sleep at all. And I don't feel like he understands the stuff I'm going through. Quiet. Oops. Okay, I think that is it that I have finished. So I'm going to end the stream. Thank you, one and all, for watching. It has been real, and it's been fun, and it's been real fun. We made it from 16 down to 11. And so there's a possibility I might spend like an hour live streaming tomorrow to try and knock down the last 11. I'll be sure to let you guys know. I might. I don't know. I'll probably just randomly start live streaming. Maybe at like 1 or 2 p.m. tomorrow. I don't know. But I'll probably just name that live stream something silly like 11 more to go. But anyways, as you all know, I am literally just falling asleep, and so I am going to end this live stream. I will see y'all at the next live stream. Have a great rest of your nights or days or whatever. God bless. Love you guys.